as intercessors, bearing your image.
We magnify your restoring power in us to heal this community, to purify the earth, air, and sea.
I want to give a special shout out to this drum major for justice, Areva Martin, attorney Areva Martin, for her leadership. Thank you so much for daring to stand and speak up, especially for those who often don't have a voice. You are a gift. We salute you. We pray for you because we recognize there's a price to pay for standing up. And so we stand with you and we salute you for your great work. Experiencing injustice added to injury. How horrible is that? Injustice added to injury? That's what is happening. Beulah May Donald, I think she identifies with Langston Hughes. I swear to God, I still can't see why democracy means everyone but me. Beulah May is other. Beulah May is oppressed. And that's what's going on in the book of Nehemiah. This is the church, so you don't mind if I use a biblical text to undergird what it is I'm trying to share. Thank you so much. There in the book of Nehemiah, we all know the story of Nehemiah. Yeah. For there in the story of Nehemiah, we discover that people of God there in Jerusalem, the walls had been crushed, and as a consequence, Nehemiah, upon hearing of the devastation that had taken place, he makes his way from his plush job in Persia. He makes his way all the way back home to Jerusalem and begins a reconstruction project. They are rebuilding the walls there in Jerusalem. And chapter 4 says they have reached the halfway point of reconstructing the walls. And when they reach the halfway point, check out what happens. Nehemiah is excited that they have made such progress in chapter 4, but chapter 5 lets us know that underneath the beauty of a construction project that is making great progress, sadly, there is the ugliness of economic injustice. There is the ugliness of a people impoverished because of the greedy exploiting the needy. Nehemiah is upset when he finds out what has happened. After all, look, if you please, on the screen of your anointed imagination at the juxtaposition, there is the beauty of the wall that is being constructed, but then there is the ugliness of economic exploitation of those who are others. Y'all didn't get it. I'll see if I can make it real plain. This is my first time. As much as I've come to Southern California, I've never been to Palm Springs. I've heard about Palm Springs, but today when I flew in from Dallas, I was blown away at the majestic beauty of this area. I tripped when I landed because I could not believe there were snow-capped mountains, and yet the temperature was in the 70s. I'm blown away by the beauty that I am witnessing only in Palm Springs. Somebody explained to me that in Palm Springs, within the context of an hour, you can ski and swim. That's Palm Springs. My God, what eye-arresting beauty as I witnessed flying over the mountains, and then I experienced the landing into what I consider to be a carved out oasis in the midst of a desert. Can you imagine the beauty that arrested my eyes for the first time, having never been here? Palm Springs is like that. Palm Springs is artistic in its beauty. There's something majestic about Palm Springs, and yet, my sisters and brothers, I've got to sadly testify as I am experiencing the eye-arresting beauty. I'm blown away by the story of Palm Springs. As I'm blown away by the eye-arresting beauty of Palm Springs. I'm also thinking about what I've learned in recent days about Section 14. Wait, what? That's the language of the culture. Wait, what? When you don't quite get what is going on, you're blown away by what you're witnessing, and you simply say, wait, as if to say, don't move too fast past what you're saying, and then you say what, as if you're tripping on what you have discovered, and the only thing you can do is say, wait, what? I guess y'all don't have that here, but some of y'all know what I'm talking about. That was my experience. I've got to testify. I'm enjoying the beauty, and yet I'm reading about Section 14. Wait, what? Section 14? Where a people, a black and brown people, were uprooted and found themselves experiencing their homes being demolished. No, not just demolished, but experiencing a burning. Wait, what? This occurred some 60 years ago. Wait, what? I did my math, and in my math calculations, it dawned on me that this was taking place while America was experiencing the second Reconstruction. We call it the Civil Rights Movement. Wait, what? I gotta back up there, because while Martin Luther King Jr. was saying, I have a dream, those in Section 14 were experiencing a nightmare. Wait, what? I simply discovered that what was going on, Jay-Z, the husband of Beyonce, would testify, everybody want to be king till shots ring. You laying on a balcony with holes in your dream. I guess y'all didn't get that, because for those in Section 14, there were holes in the dream of Martin Luther King Jr., because while our country was experiencing a second Reconstruction, there was the burning and bulldozing of a community to pave the way for economic growth and development here in Palm Springs. And so, yes, there is the carved out oasis of beauty, but we cannot forget the ugliness that is beneath the beauty. That's what's happening in our text, because Nehemiah is building the wall, but there's an ugliness of economic exploitation that is going on. And my sisters and brothers, I'm so glad that we have gathered in the majesty of this worship auditorium in order to look back during Black History Month and remember the sacrifices, the struggle. No, let's remember the injustice that has taken place. May we make up our minds to no longer play hopscotch through the history of this country, where we skip over the ugly parts and ignore the pain.